9 mercenaries must work together to complete challenges and earn scrap metal for a group pot, which will be given to one player at the end of the game. However, there is a traitor in the group, the mole, someone that I've hired to sabotage the team's efforts and minimize the scrap metal earned in challenges. One person can walk away with up to 100 refined metal, and it will be whoever can answer the question, who is the mole? Is it Kainson, the scout, Numberfox, the soldier, Addled, the pyro, Snarzy, the demo man, DK, the heavy, Rocco Gaggs, the engineer, Pesky Plumber, the medic, Jarek Grimlock, the sniper, or Crafting Man, the spy? Can you spot the saboteur? In Rodeo Recall, the players were paired into teams consisting of one cowboy and one accountant. The accountants had to guess the number of items present in previous challenges, for example, how many spies the team had to defend against in the very first challenge of the game. At the same time, the cowboy had to stand on top of a sentry, moving in a circle to avoid being killed. When the cowboy was killed by the sentry, the accountant could no longer answer questions. 2 scrap was awarded for each of the 15 questions answered in time. Kainson played the role of the cowboy as Crafting answered questions as the accountant. Kainson did not last more than a few seconds, resulting in Crafting unable to get through more than a single question. Pesky and Snarzy had similar results. Snarzy was only able to answer 2 questions in the time it took the sentry to kill Pesky. Out of a possible 60 scrap metal, 6 scrap was earned for this challenge.
Well, Pesky, he didn't stay on the sentry for very long. They only got 1 question correct on their challenge. Well, we got 2, but I mean, that sentry was hard to read, so...
I don't know, maybe it's like, it could be anyone at this point, not even I know, so it's like, oh, it could be him, but then she's done this back then, it's like, oh god, then, yeah. Some kind of a war fumble.
Pretty good. I'm surprised I got this far, to be honest. I've sort of been going with the same guy from the start.
That being Pesky.
Yeah. So either I'm right or I've been wrong for a very long time.
I wanted to talk to you about your mole suspects. You only have 3 people to choose from now, Pesky, Crafting, and Kainson. Do you want to explain your suspicions about Pesky again?
Well, it all started basically after, I don't know, first or second week when Rocco started contacting me on Steam and asking me about what Pesky told me during the whole spy searching challenge on Steel. And according to Rocco, Pesky gave him some shady information. So I've been suspicious ever since.
Did Pesky do anything suspicious in the most recent episode?
Not that I recall. He was in the other team during the retro questions, when they had to ride the mechanical bull. And they did end up getting less points than us, so...
In the Cliff Charging Chicken Challenge, players will face each other in a one-on-one game of chicken. The task is to stand on the track facing the edge of the cliff. On my mark, the players will charge forward at the same time. For every player that remains on the cliff after the charge, I will award 10 scrap metal. The player who is closest to the edge of the cliff without going over advances to the final round of the challenge. In the final round, the players will replace their Eyelander swords with a sword that adds half a second of charge time. The player who stands closest to the cliff after charging with that sword will win an exemption, a free ride to the last round of the show.
Now to earn scrap metal in this challenge, all you have to do is charge without going over the cliff. For every demo man that remains on the cliff, after charging, I will add 10 scrap metal. Of course,
so
only
how are we competing them?
After charging, the demo man who's closer to the cliff will move on to the next round of the game. The winner of this challenge will have an opportunity to have an exemption.
Exemption? On the final 4?
Yes, a free pass to the final 3. So you want to get as close to that edge without going over it as you can. Try to estimate how far that charge will carry you.
Okay, I'm standing here.
Back here. Alright, cool. I'm standing back here. Back to work, isn't it? You wanna
If you're
stand ahead
walking
of
on
me?
both.
Stand ahead of me, don't look back. Alright. Standing there?
Alright, are you guys happy with where you're standing?
Okay, okay.
That's probably enough for now.
Made up your mind? Okay, good.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay here.
Alright, if you're both happy with where you're standing, I want you to look at the cliff, take your left hand off the keyboard, and then when I count down from 3, I want you to press the right mouse button and charge.
That's
you
gonna
ready?
make me jump.
What do you use to charge?
Spacebar.
Then do that.
Have some good smazzy.
I'm gonna jump.
Whatever button makes you charge, just do that, okay?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Straight down the rail. In 3, 2, 1, charge. Okay, so the winner.
Oh my god!
Nice. Wow. I thought you were gonna go off. Aw.
Alright, you guys can
No
hang
one.
around and watch the next pair if you want. Pesky and
No one's
Crafting,
doing that.
follow me.
Go there. Okay, I think I'm good.
Alright, Crafting.
Roll this one.
Alright, so right now, Crafting, if you fly off the edge and Pesky stays on it, he will move on to the next round and have an opportunity to win an exemption. Pesky, if you both stay on the cliff, then obviously Crafting will be closer to the edge and he will have an opportunity to earn an exemption and a free pass to the final 3.
Yeah.
Are you both happy with where you're standing right now?
I am, yeah.
Alright, hands off the keyboard, mouse only on the button that makes you charge. Look straight at the cliff. 3, 2, 1, charge. It looks like Crafting won this round. However, you both stayed on the cliff, so I will add 20 more scrap metal to the pot. And now we go to the final round. Crafting
Oh, shit,
versus
another
Gibson, the battle for the exemption. Are you both happy with where you're standing right now?
Okay.
Alright, the charge for exemption. In 3, 2, 1, charge.
Oh yeah!
Sound like someone called it.
No exemption for anybody.
Really? No one? Here you go again.
Hey, you said one shot.
But nobody won.
Oh man, that was the highlight
Exactly.
of today.
Exactly.
Snarzy's right, you both tied for last place, so no exemption is won.
Oh.
In the first 2 rounds, both demo men remained on the cliff, so you earned 40 scrap metal. In the final round, both of the demo men ran off the cliff, so you earned no scrap metal. So out of a possible 60 scrap metal, you earned 40.
Oh, well, I was kind of betting that we were standing too close to the edge. In that case, it would just fall off. But that didn't work. I was kind of surprised that I was expecting the mole to just sweep that one.
I was up against Pesky this round, which is I don't know if it'd be in my favor, but I don't normally have seen him play demo not at least. Demo, yes, but I don't think I've seen him go demo not. I have a little bit, but not that much. Maybe a little bit more than he has. We both went off the cliff at the which is very epically done.
Yeah, I really wanted it because Addled, my main suspect, is now gone. I don't even know how I'm still here because I was just voting for her all the time. So I'm kind of like, I have to rethink things.
So far, Kane's the only one I've noticed here and there, you know. But who knows, maybe she's just a player who is trying to act suspicious a little bit, but not to affect the pot, the scrap. So it just enough to make it could be part of a strategy if she isn't the mole, and the mole is just doing so good of a job that I haven't even noticed. It does make me a little worried since I don't have an exemption. So this quiz, since technically half the first mission, it was just, it's, you know, I couldn't technically see Kingston, so who knows, since they fully got more points, I'll find out. If Kingston's eliminated, oh yeah, it's gonna be something interesting, trying to think and look at my notes, see anything like, you know, so Snarzy or Pesky, who's been the most suspicious of them two out of this game?
Well, I've kind of eliminated Snarzy as the mole because I know that Numberfox was putting all of his answers down towards Snarzy on the quiz, so unless he got like a bunch of questions wrong, then I'm pretty confident that Snarzy's not the mole. So that narrows it down to Pesky and Crafting for me. Crafting, I'm kind of suspicious of because he's been flying under the radar for this whole time, and I can't really think of in the past where he's sabotaged because I haven't been paying attention to him, so maybe that was part of his strategy.
This is where it gets difficult. Like, it's hard to say who it might be. I'm feeling like it's mostly towards between Crafting and Snarzy. And then Kason in sort of that order.
Do you want to tell me why you put them in that order? Like, what they've done to make you suspicious of them?
Well, I think Crafting is mostly because of the second challenge, when both him and Kaneson were discussing about the... What's it called when you can't get eliminated? I kind of forgot that.
Exemption.
Exemption, that's it. When they were discussing about the exemption, Kaneson was sort of like, oh, maybe you should let me win. And, you know, like, then, because you got it last time, and he was like, no. So that sort of made me think, like, oh, wouldn't he have, like, a better idea to say with that? And even then with Kaneson saying that, it's like, wouldn't the better idea be for both of them to stay on the platform, so then neither of them will got the exemption?
I guess it's gonna be interesting to see if I've been right or wrong this whole time. Because I'm either a genius in these interviews or a complete idiot. We'll find out soon enough.
At the beginning of the episode, how many positions around the table did the mole stand to my left?
3.
In the Recall Rodeo Challenge, was the mole an accountant or a cowboy?
Cowboy.
Who was the mole's partner in the Rodeo Recall Challenge?
Snarzy.
How many questions did the mole get right in the Recall Rodeo? 1, 2, or the mole did not answer any questions?
The mole did not answer question.
Did the mole survive longer than 10 seconds on top of the sentry? Yes, no, the mole did not stand on top of the sentry.
No.
Who was the mole's first opponent in the Chargin Chicken Challenge?
Snarzy.
How many rounds did the mole survive in the Charging Chicken Challenge? 1 or 2?
2.
Did the mole go over the cliff at any point in the charging chicken challenge? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is the mole male or female?
I'm going male.
And your final question, who is the mole? Crafting, Kingston, Pesky, or Snars?
Alright everybody, congratulations on completing episode 6. You have completed 2 challenges and have taken a 10-question quiz. Somebody has scored the lowest on that quiz and will be executed. Is anybody feeling nervous? This is the last episode before the finale.
Ooh.
Without further ado, let's move on to the execution.
God. There he is.
God, the person I vote for gets eliminated. Ah, damn it. Oh no!
Oh, Snarzy.
Oh, thank God.
Stars has voted lowest on the quiz and will be eliminated from the game.